2025, December. And before we had talked around a $1,500–1,600 value. What has changed here is, first of all, you've got some growth in adoption. The transactions and transaction value, I expect to go up exponentially, frankly, as well as adoption with X Money and with Supernova and all of these things that we're talking about. I really would like us to be able to implement these payment processings into everyone around the world. And we think X Money is going to be a substantially main partner with us in this. We'd like to see that. And again, we'd like to fund that. The first fund, like I say, will have 200 million. I think that when that sells out and we put 800 million, 50 million into Multiversx, 50 million into these others, it doesn't mean we're going to get, a huge percentage of Multiversx. I think it's going to push Multiversx towards the CFV. And when Bitcoin falls and other altcoins fall, that's when we'll be buying. And that'll give support to coins like Egld and show it as a safe haven. We're not going to buy when things are frothy and at their top. We're going to buy when Bitcoin is falling and the rest of the altcoins start to fall. We're going to step in and start supporting our coins at these values. If we're right, the next fund sells at 5 billion, we'll have $1 billion to put into this payment processing. And when the third fund, probably the hedge funds in that at that point, sells 15 billion, we'll have 3 billion. So ultimately, we'll look at putting around $4.2 billion into these applications, and specifically focused around moving things from speculators to spenders, people who really do look at Egld for what it is, which is money. It's money. And so this is where we are focused. This is where we're going. And we believe that also Justice Love Mercy, shout out to @JusticeLoveMercy, who is an analyst, started really challenging my numbers about a month ago and asking me, where am I coming up with these adoption, this and that. We worked through. He's from the nano community. And he convinced me, I'm one of these guys, Robert, I'm either black or I'm white. I'm only gray when I'm learning. And let's say I was black, he just convinced me white, because logic. He talked about how I'd given too much weight to the network power score. Most of these things are not 51% attackable. And if they are, well, there shouldn't be so much weight there. So we readjusted, and instead of putting 70% of our weighting into adoption, we moved that to 65. And with transaction value, and developer ecosystem, each at 5, we moved each of those up to 10. And we moved the 15% down to 5. And so with this new weighting, and mainly that being the